Hello, improvers. Welcome once again to my channel, Improve with Bernard, a channel that fosters personal development and improvement in life and relationships in general. Today is a different session that I will present a conversation that I had with a friend of mine by the name of Miss Maggie Katimba, the CEO of Maggie's Creation. This is part one of my book talk over Marriage Cowardice Scarecrow. This book has got so much to teach, has got so much to remind, and has got so much to mine and also help us improve. Please stick to this channel up to the end of it and make sure you subscribe and also share this channel to your friends, family members, so that we can improve together. Please make sure you stick to the end of it and let us learn together.
Hi Bernard. I wanted to find out what inspired your first book. I don't know if that's your first book about marriage. What inspired you to write it? Because usually people that would want to write a book about marriage would be people who've been married for years and whatnot. But what inspired you to do a book about marriage when you I think you haven't been married for too long? So what was your inspiration and your niche to writing that book? What's your goal in your books? Like what's your learning phase? I'm yet to read your book. Yeah, I know I need to get a copy so that I get the niche. But I just wanted to know what inspires you to write about it, because I think you haven't been in the love zone for so long. So what really inspired you? I know most people would want to know the inspiration behind you writing it before they get it, because usually when one person wants to talk about a certain topic, some people want to say that it's for the experience and so on. Okay, I just want to know what inspired you to do it. Like, what's the niche? Like, what got you doing what you're doing right now? It's a good thing, and I'm impressed with what you're doing. But yeah, I would like to know what's the niche and the inspiration that got you up and saying, this is what I want to write about.
Hi Maggie, thank you so much for that question of curiosity, and this is a signification that you are an elite kind of reader and you are a very keen leader, even what to consider to read, even what to consider to feed your mind with, and I appreciate your insights. And this feels like an interview that most of the people keep on asking. What is my motivation? What's my niche? What inspired me to go that route and take the route of relationships and marriage? So first of all, just to answer that question, the book that you've been seeing flying all over social media is not entirely all about marriage. If you read the subtitle of the book is Marriage Cowardice Scarecrow. Grassroots principles to help you choosing the right partner and also helping maintaining your marriage. So which means this book is catering for both the married couples and the wannabes or the singles, those who are in relationships. So to cap it all up, I can say, just from the title, if you read it, Marriage Cowardice Scarecrow, the inspiration came from that, meaning, I've noticed 3/4 of, let me say, single people these days. You hardly find men getting into these decisions of getting married because of a lot of scarecrows they hear, when you turn on the news, social media, all you read about, all you see is all about, no, this one killed his wife, the wife did what to the husband, this one cheated, this one divorced, and all that. And if you remember, it should be 2024. Statistics have it that more than 36,000 marriages were filed for divorce in the courts of law. So that prompted me to wonder a lot. And the knowledge and the wisdom that I put in this book did not just start when I just got married. And it's true, I haven't been too long, but I have lived with families that are married, that were married. And I have learned a lot, from my parents, from my elder brothers and sisters, from friends and all that. So all that knowledge putting together with the little that I've learned from experience, things started making sense. And this book is not coming to people to teach them. This book also talks to me. It's more like a help guide. It's not that what I talk about, I do everything in that book. So the inspiration comes in to say, this book should be my standard of how I should also take my marriage, And most of the times when I get into confrontations with my wife sometimes, I always want to see the bigger picture of why this situation is happening, not really turning a negative conclusion on it. I always say, Lord, what do you want me to learn from this? Because in that book, I wrote about how this situation is supposed to be handled. And I always get back to such, and things get working out. So most of the times, people have asked that question to say, Imam Bukaribo continued even for more than 10 years and all that. But remember, I don't know if you know a young boy by the name of Oswald Mutapa. He's a young author. He's written, I think one of the books he's written is about seizing your moment. He's about, should be 10, 12, 13 years old. And he owns more than, let me say, about 2 businesses. And he speaks about business and all that, He's 13 years old. So now he holds conferences and is invited to conferences and speak about business and how to seize your moment and all that. This is a young kid. And elderly people, parents, grandfathers and grandmothers listen to him. So if you were to turn a deaf ear on him to say, he's a young boy, what can he say? He doesn't know about business and all that. I would rather listen to business moguls who've been in business for decades. Then you are missing a bigger point. And get me right, I have come to realize that there is no expert when it comes to relationships and marriage. I am not an expert. No one is an expert. Even those who've stayed more than 40 years in marriage, they're still learning things. They're still navigating things. And you'll find that if I decided to say, no, let me wait until I clock 10 years in marriage, that's when I will start talking about marriage. It won't mean I have learned it all, And who knows, maybe I don't even have such time to live on earth for me to write a book. And you'll find also to say, even people who've clocked more than 40 years, 50 years in marriages, they're still cheating. They're still being found in room 18s and all that. They're doing all sorts of things. Why? It tells you to say that there is no longevity of marriage for you to be experienced. Life is experienced by everyone, and the devil is still the same devil that tempts the singles, the married for a short time, the married for a longer time. So this book comes to whatever this book is teaching the single people who are not yet married, is reminding the couples of what they should have been doing in the times, because most of the people have been married for a longer time, and their relationships has turned out to be so boring, and they've forgotten why they got married. So it reminds the couples what they need to get back to for them to keep on reviving their relationships. And what is reminding the married couples is also teaching is also what is teaching the married couples is also highlighting to the singles to say whatever marriage has to offer, you should be expecting such. And this book centers mostly about self-improvement. You know, it all starts with you. If you change your character, you change your behavior, you change your lifestyle, then you are able to change the situations around you. It's not about changing the other person, but it's changing about you. No wonder the Bible says that love your neighbor as you love yourself. So from that context, you can say loving yourself should be the standard of how you project love to other people. So it starts with you. So the chapters in that book do not only speak about marriages and all that, because there is also a chapter on knowing yourself before you can know other people, know who you really are, and all about self-improvement. It's got very, very wonderful chapters that speaks to personal change, personal improvement before we can get into relationships. And these are Christian standards and values that I put in that book. So it's not about that I'm there as a superior to flash out and lay the words to people, even those who are married, telling them what they should do and all that. These are the standards that come from my heart, that I was inspired from the life experiences I've interacted with people from, and I've put them in my book. And this book, I always go back to it every time I want to learn something. I can tell you this book teaches me every day I read it. I learn a new thing every day. So that is just a short explanation and wrapping of the book that you are thinking about. So the niche that I took about writing this book, to answer your question, is helping the wannabes, those who are scared of getting to marriage because of the scarecrows they've been listening and watching, and also helping us married couples to revive our relationships and appreciate our partners every day so that we can see the end of it and how God wanted it to be, because marriage is not a scarecrow in totality. God created marriage for a good thing, not how people make it, give a picture to it. Yeah. So thank you so much for that question, and I hope this answers what you've been curious about. Thank you.
I think you should do that, because that will also help you sell your book. Because I had to understand your book by you explaining it to me, because if an individual looked at the book, they would think that it only talks about marriage because of the title and whatnot, selection of the title. But because you explained it as the owner of the book, it's given a wide audience, because sometimes in marketing your book, you need to create a way where people should know to say, this is what this book is about and why I want people to buy it, because it's going to help educate people on relationships, on marriage and whatnot. So it's best to make a video about it, so that in as much as you're advertising your book, people can really know what to expect in a book. So titles sometimes are an eye catcher, because with your title, if I'm not told what the book is about, I'll just think it's about marriage. And for some people, they'll even think, okay, this couple looks too young. Why are they writing about marriage? All these critics will come in because they think you're a young couple and you've got a lot to still learn and whatnot. But you explaining it to me gave me a wider view of why you did your book. So I think in introspects, you need to create a video to explain your book so that people understand where your book is coming from and what's inside your book. I think it will reach a great marketing audience, and I think more people would want to buy it after knowing the niche behind the book.
Thank you, Maggie, for that, and I really appreciate you coming out that way. I hope and I wish to have a more personal, in-person, physical talk about the book much sooner. When you get the book, I'm pretty sure you'll develop more questions on some topics and some chapters. And I would really be glad if we were to discuss this book in depth. Thank you so much.
There you have it. This book, therefore, is already on the Amazon platform and Draft to Digital for your purchase and recommendations to any of your beloved ones, yourselves, and whosoever it might help to improve on. Please make sure you support my work so that we can improve and also improve our societies, improve our countries, improve the world at large. God bless you for watching up to this end, and see you in the next session. Cheers.